What's up? You come to the right place. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, episode 398. Don't hate. We're up to 398. It's actually we're well over 400 actually when you consider those early bonus episodes that we did in the embryonic stages of hey, Mike, there he is. All right. Got your bandmate on the show today. John, fellow Englishman here, more a black metal guy than hardcore, but Mike's cool. Okay. All right. All you black metal guys are welcome. It's okay. Don't be scared. Everybody's welcome on the boat here at the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. That said, all are welcome. Welcome
here. Yes, welcome, black metal guy.
Hey, I really have to leave. I have to leave the church burning. The New York Hardcore Chronicles Live is on. I have to trudge across the snow and get home to watch the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live.
Exactly. He took a break from hailing Satan.
Satan, listen,
Show.
Satan, I got to take a break.
Yes.
Zack Thorne is on the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live today.
He said, I chill with Lucifer. I'm not scared of much. All right. Well, there you go.
Even us pop punk guys, even you pop punk guys are welcome here.
All are welcome.
Everybody, all are welcome, except
Yes.
who's not welcome. Well, you know.
Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a few. Yes.
What's up, Drew and crew? Thank you for my free beer chip on Sunday. You know, I ended up coming home with a pocket full of those things. He's talking about those drink things at the Bowery Electric.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Wasted on us sober people. Hey, Rich. How you doing, Rich?
What's up, Rich?
Sorry I missed you on Sunday. It's still raining and windy here.
Rainy and windy.
And windy. Yeah. Yes.
Hold on. I want to get one of those chips.
Yes. Has anybody seen the sun? I have not seen it since Saturday. I think the remaining tail of this nor'easter is still upon us here.
Yeah. This is what he's talking about, these Bowery Electric drinks.
Oh, those are fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for one drink. Dreaming is free.
Hey, Danielle. Danielle LePage was at the I guess it was the Comic-Con.
Oh, wow. I've never been to Comic-Con.
I've never been either, but the way she described it, I want to go next year.
It's a little crowded, man, and hectic. You know?
A lot of nerds. I want to go.
Gonna nerd out.
Yeah.
We go to Chiller. It's like dad hardcore.
Yeah.
You know.
It's kind of like on that thing, but yeah.
What's these? So what's coming up?
Okay, so we have a couple of fun punk markets coming up. You know, it's the holiday season.
Punk market.
Yeah. So here, this is the inaugural year of the punk rock marketplace. It's going to be held in Seekonk, Massachusetts, the jewel of Massachusetts. It's right outside.
Seekonk. I have to look it up as you speak. I'm intrigued. Seekonk.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is right outside of Providence. So probably about 5-10 minutes outside of Providence. So
I see.
Yeah, this is going to be held. It's going to be a 2-day event, November 1st and 2nd, from 11 to 4, 11 to 5 and 11 to 4.
Is Seekonk Rhode Island?
No, it's technically still Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So yeah, and there is going to be over 50 vendors there. I'm going to be there with my ceramics. Larry is going to be there with some of Lex Vaughn's stuff as he's shouting out there.
Mm-hmm.
Printmakers, all kinds of artists, craftsmen. It's going to be really, really cool. Plus, there's going to be music. Lenny Lashley, Sharks Come Cruising, My Druthers, doing some punk acoustic sets. And you'll also get your chance to grab the mic because they are going to have punk karaoke. So for a small donation that's being collected for charity,
you can get up and embarrass yourself.
Get up and embarrass the shit out of yourself at this place.
There you go. Very cool.
It's going to be a fun 2 days out, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. So.
And then there's a Bridge 9 thing, right?
Yes. So Bridge 9 is celebrating 30 years. And as part of that, they are going to be having an event in conjunction with the Downtown Beverly Art Crawl. We're going to have our own little art day on November 15th from 11 to 5 at Bridge 9 Records in Beverly. And we're going to have small works from Chris, Robots Will Kill, Mike Gallo, myself, Julie Kramer, and a bunch of other awesome people, including She Devils Coven Candles, which is a sponsor here. So it's going to be a really great, fun day looking at art. The whole town is going to be part of this art crawl as well. Well, you get to meet a lot of artists and get some shopping.
Oh, our buddy Jeff Howlett's going to be up there. He does the tintype portraits.
Yes,
Very
yes.
cool.
So it's going to be a really, really cool day out.
Good. Yes, witchcraft.
Yes.
Yes. Nice witchcraft. Sure.
Thank you, black metal guy.
Listen, we got a little. Listen, we're not slacking here in the
We're
States.
expanding our audience.
We pander to our audience.
Absolutely.
Kid Jersey 444. Hey Drew, what's up from New Jersey? Have you ever had or thought of trying to get Jesse Michaels, singer, or Dave Mello, drummer from Operation Ivy, the two guys who weren't in Rancid? Not really. Their name hasn't come up much, but listen, we have a saying here that eventually we will make our way to everybody on the planet Earth. So
everybody will be on this show.
Everybody. Listen, of course, they're going to end up on the show. The fucking Slap Happy Grandpappy's going to be on. Everyone makes it on here. So eventually we'll make our way to them. Right now, the show is really booked deep into the future.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah. And speaking of lore, and just a couple of quick highlights while we have Lori. Well, Brian Baker, the 400 show is coming up October 26th, and Lori Dawn will be co-hosting the show with John Bush.
There you go.
There you go.
Asked and we delivered.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. Yep. Lots going on. Oh, and she will also be co-hosting. Yeah, Candace from Walls of Jericho.
And it's amazing. All I had to do was ask.
What do you think of MTV going off the air? MTV's still on the air? I saw Ricky Rackman post. He goes, I didn't even know MTV was still on.
Yeah.
Listen, everything dies, man. It's MTV's been
end of an era.
It's like when they asked Roger Waters about Sid Barrett passing. He said, Sid's been gone a long time to me. Sid's been gone. We lost Sid a long time ago. MTV's been gone a long time. We lost MTV a long time ago.
Yeah. Video killed the radio star, and online streaming killed the video star.
Pretty much. That's what Ricky said. He said it was YouTube that really killed MTV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only off on the non-American markets? Is that right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll bring you back on. We're going to do some Devin from DTFM Vinyl Distros coming on at the break. He's got some records out there in Fargo, North Dakota, and we'll bring you back on at the break. And
awesome.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by, something weird's going on. I can't get to. Okay, we're sponsored by. Can I get to that? Oh, She Devil Coven, Women of the Pit. Wow, I guess there's some internet clog going on. 126 Hardcore Clothing, they're a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They're about being positive, spontaneous, and true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them. Ramp up your game at www.126hardcoreclothing.com. That said, let's clear the deck and let's bring our guest on. Let's get it on. That said, good. Here we go. Today's guest is an American guitarist hailing from the Garden State of New Jersey. He's known for his work with the bands Retribution, Train of Thought, Agents of Man, Homicidal, Zero Trust, Truth and Rights, Skarhead, and of course, the highly influential beatdown pioneers Bulldoze. Please welcome, coming at us from the Caribbean nation of the Dominican Republic, Mr. Zack Thorne.
Hey, what's going on, New York hardcore world the world?
What's happening? What's happening in the Dominican Republic, bro?
Just relaxing, bro. Relaxing, drinking Presidentes, hanging out. A little rainy out here, so just kicking it.
When are you coming back to New York?
Friday. So we came out here on Sunday. My birthday was Saturday, so I just turned 49.
Wow.
So I'm out here with my family, and we're chilling. What's up, Joe?
Yeah. All your friends are piling in.
There you go.
There you go. Jason said happy birthday, Zach, my old friend.
Thank you. Jay from Retards.
They're coming out of the woodwork. So when I was going to say something dumb, like when you travel, do you bring a guitar with you? But like,
no, not at all. It's hard enough bringing my guitar with me when I'm traveling to play with Bulldoze. Right. I go up to the stewardess. I give her a little bag, with candies to try to sweet talk them. Can I just put this in the closet? Because you put your guitar under the plane and anything happens.
We're doing that on Friday, and it's always the same sort of anxiety. Like what if they don't? Sometimes they bust your balls, right?
Well, it's crazy because Piece to Gator, they just hooked us up with a couple of cases, but I got a soft case because I'm always like, it's smaller. Yeah, I could bring it on the plane. Right. The first place I took it to was Japan, and they're like, no, you got to check it. So
you got to check your guitar in a soft case.
Yeah,
that's
fun. I made it though. Hey, Gator, they know how to make a case. That's the commercial right there. My guitar didn't break.
Yeah, Chris Bulldoze says, I'm here too. Drew, I'm about to text you. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because well, he's referring to, I forgot what I think when his cousin Mike was on, fucking guy sent me like, I'm doing the show and my phone's buzzing off the hook, and it's like, bro,
he's got unlimited data. That guy.
What's that?
He's got unlimited data. He likes to use it. He gets in there.
Right. Big Polish likes to use that. Polish. Yeah. Oh, look, all the tough guys. Gary Muttley, all the
Muttley, happy birthday, my man.
Yeah, happy.
Oh, just had his birthday too.
Don't pick up. I know, right?
McGee, look at there he is.
Big Polish, have a good time out there with Biohazard, bro. Better you than me. There you go. Nah, good for you. I'll see you out there, Big Polish. Hey, Big Polish, are you psyched that Biohazard's playing Warsaw? I think Warsaw still serves pierogies.
They do.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, let's chop it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So how did you come up? Did you grow up in a musical household? Like, how did music come into your life?
Well, yeah, my parents, they weren't musicians, but they were big fans of music. Mm-hmm. I was almost born at a Grateful Dead show. You know what I mean? So they were into the Dead and into the Beatles was a huge part of my childhood. And
sure.
Just all of that 60s and 70s rock stuff, So yeah, that was definitely in the background early. Black Sabbath. My mother seen Black Sabbath open for Black Oak, Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I started probably Van Halen was my first big band that I got. Well, I'm sorry. Pop punk. My first tape was Billy Idol, OG pop punk. Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell, yeah. I mean, we're talking about MTV, right? I mean, you're part of that sort of MTV generation, right?
I had the haircut and everything.
Yeah. There you go. What was the first music that you felt like this is mine, this is my stuff?
Well, I guess when I first discovered hardcore, one of the first shows that I went to was I went to see Mucky Pup because I knew who Mucky Pup was. They were on my radar.
Sure.
But Leeway played. And that was probably the first thing that I was like, wow, because I was, very into, metal and crossover, which I didn't know was crossover, but, thrash metal and hip hop. So, I went into the show and there's like, Eddie was all swagged out and these guys were just killing it and super tight, with their guitar tones and everything. So that's one of the first things I was like, wow, I guess, you know, I'm a hardcore guy. You know, this is like just makes perfect sense.
Where was that, if I may ask?
Cricket Club in Irvington.
Cricket Club.
Yeah, and we didn't see the whole Leeway show because George's father at the time came in and picked us up in the middle of the show. It was like a school night. He picked us up in the middle of the show. We had to leave. We only saw like, I don't know, 4 songs or something like that.
Right.
But it was, you know, definitely made an impression.
Yeah, Leeway was great.
Yep, and then Biohazard, Life of Agony, you know, it was that whole time, early 90s.
Sure. Were you, by that point, were you playing, did you pick up a guitar yet?
Yeah, so I had, I was already playing in, I don't know if we were playing in Retribution yet. I can't really remember, but definitely jamming with those guys and writing songs. But even before that, I played in a band in high school called Contents Under Pressure, which was like, and it turned into Booty Time Lounge Band. It was like a Red Hot Chili Peppers, Faith No More type of thing. Mm-hmm. But all the guys were older, but that was like my first taste of playing. So yeah, I was playing guitar since, I don't know, 5th grade, maybe serious 7th grade, you know.
Why guitar? Why did you gravitate to guitar and not Eddie
Van Halen? 100%. I saw a video of them playing actually with Sammy Hagar, even though I love, you know, the David Roth era, but it was them on MTV on, I think, the Video Music Awards, and they cut to a live video of them playing, which I think became Live Without a Net.
Right.
It looked like they was having so much fun playing, smiling, and, you know, and Eddie made it look a lot easier to play guitar than it was. So that's really what got me into it. It made me want to play guitar.
It just so happens this is on my desktop.
There you go. Yeah, I think I had that picture on my wall growing up.
Yeah.
No bozos.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're doing some sort of a layout, and we were looking, and I dug this up to show somebody. So yeah. He was a big influence.
Yeah, him.
I mean, but wait a second. Did he even play a Kramer? Why is he holding a Kramer?
Yeah, he had a Kramer for years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he just played those Frankenstein guitars.
Yeah, but they were Kramer. I mean, I think at first it might have been a Charvel or something. I don't know the whole thing. I think he just basically put it together. Like they had the Charvel, warehouse or factory, and he used to get parts and put them together himself. But they were endorsing them.
Right. That makes sense. So early guitar influences, like when you picked it up, like what was like, who spoke to you?
Eddie Van Halen. Then, you know, right after that, Randy Rhoads and Jakey Lee and the whole Ozzy thing. And then that turned me on to going back to visit all the Black Sabbath stuff with Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
And then it was really like what got me into the harder type things was Metallica, because I got Metallica Master of Puppets. I moved in with it. We moved up to North Jersey and we were staying in this house, and this kid he was like getting out of metal, and he was like, "Oh, if you listen to Metallica and Ozzy, you got to listen to this." And he gave me the Master of Puppets tape. Yeah. And I just played it, from battery from the beginning. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the first show I went to was Monsters of Rock with Metallica. Oh, I'm sorry, Kingdom Come, Metallica, Scorpions, Dokken, and Van Halen. So when I saw the reaction to Metallica, because at that time they were like, they were the shit. Like everybody was in black shirts sitting in the hallways, and then when Metallica went on, it was on. People were diving over the sides and going crazy, and that's I guess what got me into the more aggressive style stuff.
Well, there's no argument that Master Puppets is an utter masterpiece.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, Michael Alago, that's his we just screened the Alago film the other night at AC Slade for the Misfits place. It was nice to revisit the film, and Master of Puppets was really the jewel, and Alago brought them in.
Yeah.
And they did Master of Puppets.
Incredible record. One of my favorite.
Yeah. Motley says Eddie Van Halen, he pieced the first few he pieced together himself. Then he made a deal with Kramer. And then Ray Hogan said, dude, he jumped sponsors like underwear second part of his career.
Yeah. But Eddie Van Halen, he designed so much stuff that we use now, like boosting the amps and rewiring pickups, and he was just amazing. Yeah, Metallica just stole the show that day.
I think think I'm just looking. All right, I don't know if this is chronologically correct, but you talked about Retribution, and here's a flyer from what is this?
Mucky, yeah, that was so
Halloween. Someone just brought that up. What is that? Is that a Studio One?
That's Studio One.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first times that we played Studio One, and we literally made like lifelong friends there with all the guys from like New Jersey Bloodline and Strength 691, the Retards, Human Offense.
I love that, the Retards.
Backlash, you know, so that was like the night we met everybody, and that was
awesome.
a crazy show.
How did Retribution come together initially?
Well, I played guitar, and then I live in Maplewood, which is right by Irvington. So all the other guys in Mike, Chris, and George are from Irvington.
Right.
So I used to skateboard in Irvington, and I played guitar. There wasn't a lot of people playing guitar around, so like they kind of knew who I was. George moved to Maplewood, and you know, I don't know, he had like a metal shirt or something like that. There you go. And you know, we just started jamming, and Mike, I'm sorry, George was best friends with Mike, and you know, they used to go to school in Irvington. So then the three of us started jamming, and then Chris is Mike's older cousin.
Right.
So he was a couple years older than us. He had a blue van, and he came over and we showed him the songs, and you know, he was impressed. And then we just started jamming. We ran with it, and it used to be Puda was on bass and vocals.
Right.
Me and Mike were on guitar, and Chris was playing drums.
You clicked up with the Polish guys.
Yeah, I am. I'm half Polish, so yeah, my mother's Polish.
You
and that's my old number, 201-763-2957.
I like this. I like this because usually on the flyers, there's one number, but you actually have a choice on this flyer. Should I call Zack or Mike or Chris?
You never know who's home. You know?
Right? You know, I'm not sure which guy. You know what? I'm going to flip a coin. You know. So, that's that. And here's a early shot of Retribution, and this is Puda singing and playing bass, right?
Yep, which is George, aka Puda.
Yeah.
Areas with the Judge T-shirt. Look at that.
Yeah.
Area Pro Bass, I think. And look, that's me when I had much better legs. I'm in the air.
Wow.
That's Joel from Human Offense up front. Asmel. I see a lot of people there. I recognize.
What are you playing? Is that a Yamaha? What is that?
No, that is an Ibanez EX series.
Yeah. An Ibanez. That's right.
Purchased in Rawway, Loria Music.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that your first electric guitar?
No, my first electric guitar was a Yamaha SC 110, and I broke it on the floor like a moron, you know, trying to do the whole the Who thing or whatever. So I definitely regret that. But I still got that guitar. And I think I recorded the Bulldoze demo on that guitar too.
Gotcha. This is that same Halloween show, but this is sort of to give everybody out there a little bit of perspective on the Jersey circuit. You right on just this page alone, you have the Pipeline, you have Studio One.
Right. They were right around the corner from each other.
Right.
And the Pipeline used to do shows on Sunday, and then Studio One was like, I guess, our Moors or whatever it is. They had the bigger acts come through, and some small shows. Pete Tersha used to book those shows, like this hair.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Pete Tersha. Here's another early Retribution show, right?
Wow. Yeah. Actually, that picture that you put up is from that show.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Rescheduled.
Is this all one show? Warzone, Dark Side, Mutilation.
Yeah.
New Jersey Bloodline, Retribution. Like, what is this? A fucking like a 3-day festival? Like, how many bands did they put on a bill?
And it was in a snowstorm. And that's Fallacy from I think Staten Island. They were dope too.
Right.
Stress. Yeah, I remember that night.
Yeah. So how does what's this one? Oh, last one. Here we go. Last say on Retribution. I love this, man. We put this flyer up when I think Chris and Mike were on. We had a great laugh because Retribution New Jersey Bloodline, Studio One, with the Seamen, formerly the Retards.
They were trying to clean up their act, I guess.
Yeah, listen, maybe we shouldn't be the Retards anymore.
Yeah. Don't want to be offensive. Let's change it to the Seamen.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
They had a great song. Their big hit was Penis. And they used to bring dildos on stage.
Hey, man, play Penis.
Yeah. It was a crowd pleaser.
Right. This is our big hit. It's called Penis. Right on. Good. That's what, that's what's mixing. That's a lot of that's what's missing from fucking music, hardcore these days, is nobody's got a sense of humor, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's just fucking crying about shit.
I know. It goes in cycles.
Yeah. So we've heard the story from your bandmates, from Mike and from Chris. How does the hand play out with Retribution? How does Bulldoze come into play?
Well, basically, at the time, Puda wanted to kind of step down from vocals and just concentrate on bass. So we wanted to get a singer. And, we were trying to toss around ideas. And we wanted somebody that, sung hard, but had clear vocals, that you can understand. And actually, the way it came about, from my memory, is that you filmed the Punishment video.
Right.
We went to Fastlane in New Jersey to see Biohazard play. This was right when the record dropped.
I remember the show. I remember the Fastlane show. Was it them and Sick of It All?
No, it wasn't Sick of It All.
No?
I honestly don't remember who else played that.
Yeah.
Them at Fastlane, and everybody was there. I remember I was into Madball, and Freddie was there, and I was kind of just bugging out how everybody knew each other. You know what I mean? So we got invited to the video shoot the next morning, and I couldn't go because I
invited you to the video shoot.
No, I think Evan or Billy or somebody did. You know what I mean? We met Biohazard at WSOU one time. Chris was like, "Oh, they're on the air," and he pulled up to WSOU.
Sure.
And we talked to them, and they were mad cool. They put us on the list, I think, for a Studio One show, or maybe it was a Fastlane. I can't remember, but whatever it was, we kind of met them. So, back then they were great guys, very welcoming. Yep. And they invited us to come to the video shoot, and Chris went and he met Kevin, and that's how kind of that whole thing came together. We had Retribution was on it was called The Common Cause, which was a New Jersey hardcore compilation that John Stanley from Strength 691 put out. Mm-hmm. And it had a lot of other bands not IDK, but I forget the side project, and Backlash was on there. Mm-hmm. So we had a recording of our music, and Chris gave him the songs. And one of the songs was called Remember Who's Strong, which was totally different. And I forgot what the other song was, but Kevin liked it and he was into it. He came down to hang out with us in Irvington, and it just kind of took off from there. We started going back and forth. We would go up to his house. He would come down to our house. And once it came, that's when Kevin was locked up. But once it came together, it was
that's a later shot. You look young there.
Yeah, I am young there. Got the Vasquez boots there.
Yeah, there you go. So this was a couple years later. We'll come back to that.
Yeah. That was after Kevin, like I said, he went to jail. So that was a couple years later. But once we got everything together, Kevin was older. So he was like, all right, let's go record a demo. And we're going to make stickers and T-shirts. And, he just we kind of hit there you go. I might have made that. That's not my handwriting, though. But, yeah, I recorded a lot of those tapes.
So the first demo, is this Cleaning Shit Up demo with 4 songs? Which one is this?
Yes, Cleaning Shit Up demo, which was recorded at Big Boom Meanie Studios.
Right. Give us a little perspective on that.
We were all really excited. I remember going into the recording and we knew nothing. We had our guitars and the guy Tim, rest in peace, Tim. Peace, Ken 357 and cousin Joe. But
what's up, cuz?
But we went to the studio and the guy's playing our guitar and he was like, "Did you get these set up?" And we're like,
"Set up?"
Strings on it. We set them up. We didn't know nothing about intonation or any of that. So it was cool. I remember Chris recorded the drums in the basement, and I want to say I was in a different room and there was a camera, so I had to play to Chris in a different room with the scratch tracks. and then we recorded everything upstairs. So it was before he had his studio. This is like when he had his studio in the house.
Right.
We never recorded at his real, quote unquote studio.
Sure.
But we were just excited. I was probably 16, you know what I mean? So just excited to be doing it, and it was amazing.
I mean, those were intense times. Dare I say, pretty violent times.
Yeah.
Every time, I mean, I remember like going to a show back. Every time you went to a show back then, it was, you didn't know what you were fucking stepping into. It was kind of crazy. And Bulldoze shows had a reputation, or things were just violent.
They were, but it was violent everywhere. Not even just shows. Like talking about skateboarding in Irvington was no picnic either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
It was a different time. But that 7-inch, right? That's the 7-inch that came out, and Stefan from Kickback put that out right around the time All Out War's record came out.
Is that Hardway Records? That's Stefan?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah. And he put those records out, and same thing. We recorded that at Big Boomini too.
Ah.
So pretty close to one another.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do I have any old? Yeah, Bulldoze early. Oh, here's a cool one, man. This is a good shot.
I like that guitar back there too. That looks like a Wolfgang guitar. There you go. That's Wetlands.
Oh, that's Wetlands.
Little afro.
I like the old hood sticker on his bass. Remember that?
Yeah. Dead Industries too.
Yeah, was that Vinny? Was that Vinny's company? Yeah.
Yeah. So I had that. I don't have that sticker on that guitar. I let my man borrow my guitar, and he's like, "I cleaned your guitar up," and he took the sticker off. I'm like, But yeah, Dead Industries and Hood.
I know that in retrospect, the whole beatdown label and genre at the time that you formed Bulldoze and did these demos, was beatdown the term beatdown? Did that even exist when you guys were doing it?
Nah, the first time that I heard it, I want to say either like Fred from 25 to Life or Hoya told me, like, when they came back from Europe, they were like, "Yo, people are really into you out there. They call your music beatdown hardcore." That's the first time I ever heard it. So I don't know, if I'm wrong, but nah, it was crazy. And we thought it was funny at the time, but now it's just, kind of honor, you know what I mean? That people are like, all right, this is like a whole style, if you will.
Hey, it's great. I mean, you guys got blessed, right? I mean, things kind of, you were there early on. You didn't get massive accolades to begin with, but it was a slow burn, and sort of it came back, and you guys go out and play shows around the world now. That must be a great feeling.
It's awesome, especially with all my old friends. These are all the guys that we started with. There's nobody, no drama or nothing like that. These are all the guys that were at my baby shower. You know what I mean? So
it took them a while to get with the program.
Yeah, it took a while for people to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
But
what was this release again? Was this like was this a compilation of the two demos? What was this again?
Well, I think there were a couple different versions of this. That was
that's why this confused me.
Yeah, so basically, Bulldoze, we had the 7-inch, we had the demo, and then we did 2 songs for the New York Hardest Comp. So all of that is on all of these recordings, all these releases. So I want to say that might have been the first CD release that we did.
Right.
But yeah, those all the same songs, those are the only recordings we really got of it, aside from live stuff.
And then just sort of things kind of wound down a little bit after this, right?
Well, you know what it was, like talking about the violence and everything like that. We were banned from everywhere. We couldn't play anywhere, for a while. Like, we were banned from the Cricket Club. We were banned from Studio One.
Sure.
Last Studio One show, they snuck Kevin through the fire escape. And I should say Kevin was banned from these because
right.
Out, but
because it was like it always seemed like there was Kevin, and then there was you guys.
Yeah. So we snuck Kevin up the fire escape at the final Studio One show, and he played there. But what happened with that is a couple of years passed, and we were kind of just doing different things. And Kevin had a roommate that he started writing songs with. Like, Kevin wanted to do more metal style stuff, and at the time we kind of wanted to do more melodic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it we just kind of were like, you know what, we can't play nowhere, so why don't we let's branch out and do this. But I remember it being a very sad moment. We were like on the New York Thruway on an overpass, and it was kind of like, this sucks. But that definitely wasn't the end, because this is a lot later than that right here.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, you guys kind of return to it every now and then, right?
Yeah. So really, when Kevin got back out of jail, we started to get offers, so we just did it. And that's did
he do Terror Zone before he went in?
Yes, I want to say yes.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, my memory might be shot. But I want to say yeah. And around the same time, we did Train of Thought with George on vocals, and then this guy Larry Chiswick played bass for us.
Okay. So when you took the break, that's sort of when was that the first thing that you pulled together when Bulldoze went on hiatus? Was it Train of Thought?
Yeah, we actually, the one song Hourglass, that was going to be a Bulldoze song. It became a Train of Thought song. So we started writing, and it was just like I said, it was more of us just working on different stuff, and it just formulated into two projects. But our thought process was at the time, well, Train of Thought's not banned from nowhere, and neither is Terror Zone. You know what I mean? So we could do it like this. And
we could get back in the game.
Yeah, we had to get back in the figure a way to get back through the doors. But yeah, that's our release. I guess a CD compilation of some of the stuff we did.
Yeah.
The same thing with Train of Thought. We did a demo, and then we did 2 songs on East Coast Assault Comp, second comp.
Right.
And Stronger. I forgot the other compilation in New Jersey with like Fury 5 and a bunch of bands, but
sure,
that's a compilation of all that.
When just before we get off the Bulldoze thing, were there any bands that you considered your peers, sort of in that
at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Madball and 25 to Life and Step Back, which might have came a little later. GMK, who I later played in a group with BJ from GMK and Zero Trust. Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged.
1 for 1. With Ray played guitar 1 for 1. He's playing bass with Bulldoze on and off now, and so a bunch of bands, but Bloodline, all over the place. And then even people like, Next Step Up in Baltimore, we used to go out and play with them. That's my 21st birthday.
Right. So Train of Thought was pretty much, you just jump right in.
Yeah. And the funny thing is my man did that DAH piece, and we went up to this is in DC, with Loki's band. I forgot the name of Loki's band at the time, but we went to play DC, and we're going up to get paid, and they had a camera right on the alley, and my man's like finishing up the outline, and we're like looking at the promoter, like hoping the promoter didn't look at the camera. You know what I mean? We're like, thank you, we'll see you later. We got our money.
That's great. That's funny. Yeah, you guys. Did Train of Thought, like, did you guys get out and tour per se, or was it just sort of New York, the tri-state area?
Tri-state, wherever we could get out to, Maryland, DC, Connecticut, anybody that would take us, that we could drive to.
Let me see. Do I have any more Train of Thought? No, that's that. I got Truth or Rights. I got yeah. Oh, Mike says Crown of Thorns too, as a sort of a band.
Oh yeah, Crown of Thorns, of course. Demi, Zack.
Yeah.
Skarhead. I remember when Skarhead came in to record their first songs. They recorded at Big Blue Meanie, because we all recorded that New York's Hardest compilation there.
Right.
And they came right after us to record their songs.
Ah.
So, and then I remember hearing it and be like, oh, So yeah.
Oh, Chris says Circle of Violence.
Circle of Violence was Loki's.
Oh, that was Loki's band, right? Loki's band was Circle of Violence. Thank you, Ray. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Boogie Nights.
I've never seen footage of Loki singing for the band. I never saw the band.
You gotta find it. Loki was chilling. He had the afro back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. So when so Train of Thought's kind of you put is plugging away. How does the hand play out? Do you start kind of doing Bulldoze reunion shows? Do you take a break, or do other things come into play?
With Train of Thought, I forgot. You know what? Everybody was getting older, and they were kind of going and doing their thing as far as school wise. Because, like I said, I guess that picture I was 21. So I think Train of Thought kind of just faded away. And then when Kevin got out, you know, we got Bulldoze offers, so we would do them. But it was never like a full-time thing. It was like we would do shows here and there. Right.
I like this. This is. I thought this was funny. I forgot where I got this. How to ruin someone's night. The starter pack, which pretty much.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Mike's probably got those shorts on right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. The shorts, the whole bit. There it is. The Bulldoze uniform. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's great. Fury of 5 was another one. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Fury of 5 definitely were a big band that we played with all the time. E-Town was more, I guess, a little later.
Yeah. I was managing Fury of 5 for a bit there. Yeah.
They're killing it now again too. He's the Fury of 5.
Yeah. He says, "Yeah, I do. I'm wearing them right now. Team camo shorts."
See?
Right.
I already know.
That's great. So, so what's the timeline? I mean, I know that there's a lot of different stuff going on, but was it Homicidal came up or Truth and Rights?
Well, no. So after that, I when Train of Thought faded out, like I was kind of just chilling. I wasn't really doing any bands, and then I wound up playing in 1-for-1 for a minute. And I was just hanging out at practice, and I went next door and 1-for-1 were practicing, and their guitar player like quit on the spot. So my man Dan asked me, did I want to play for 1-for-1? And he was like, and we got a photo shoot for not Metal Edge. What was the metal magazine that used to like put crossover?
Metal Maniacs?
Yes. So he was like, we got a photo shoot for Metal Maniacs on like Saturday. You know, you're down. And I was like, say word. Because that was like a big deal, right? To be in the Metal Maniacs. Sure. So they did like a 1-page thing on 1-for-1. Yeah. So I played with them for a little while. And he had a lot of revolving members. I think they were kind of coming to a close. And then soon after that, I played in Elements DEC. And that kind of fizzled out. And then that's what turned into Agents of Man. You know, me and Raj, the drummer from Elements, you know, really got along good. And we started writing the songs that became Agents of Man. And, you know, he brought Seed in the mix, and then Puda and Ray. And that we really, you know, took, like, we toured hard with that. And
was Agents of Man on Century Media for
a
minute?
Yes. Yep.
Right.
So we put out an EP. And then we went to and then we did the Century Media thing, which was cool. But they put us like on weird tours, like they took. Yep, that's us in Japan.
Yeah.
Yep. I just saw some of the. I can't see who's in the picture, but yeah. 2003.
Gotcha.
So we did that EP, I think, in 2001. We went out to Japan in 2003, and it was crazy. You know, they great responses everywhere, singing the songs. Pretty nuts.
Yeah, Japan, they go off in Japan.
Yeah.
You know, have you seen your? I'm sure you have. You seen your hardcore trading card?
Yes. Thank you very much.
He sent it to me, and it helped. I think it helps because he did a little, at least the back, right? There's the front.
Yeah.
Right, which is cool. Yeah, that's what the guitar behind me is in LTD.
Yeah. That's an LTD MH1000 with a Evertune. So
is that right?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
An Evertune.
Yeah. So if you break a string or put another string on, it'll like stretch the string while you're playing. It has this whole spring mechanism.
That's wild.
You can kind of bend the strings, but it's not like a regular guitar. But you know, I'm not playing any blues solos in Bulldoze. So for this, if some, you know, maniac slams my guitar, you know, at least I'm not out of tune. And
yeah, but I hear they make Evertune for a bass now.
Yeah, I guess. You know, I heard that too. I haven't seen one, but I heard that too. But basses don't go out of tune as much as guitars.
No, they don't.
But it's pretty crazy, man. All this technology that's coming out, you know?
Yeah.
Back in my day, you had to tune your guitar. And we didn't have tuners on stage. Like, give me an E.
Yeah, right.
Stage.
Boing, 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 boing. Yeah, this is yes.
Yeah, is that okay?
It's yeah, it's my wife's
model, or
it's like I inherited it when I married this woman.
There you go.
Yeah, it you know, what's yours is mine now, so you know.
It's nice.
So yeah. But you know what? The Ibanez what is it? Is it the cheap Ibanez I bought that I play with in my war? The fucking thing never goes out of tune.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's like it wasn't an expensive guitar, but someone was explaining it to me. Is that like these new cheap guitars, they stay in tune.
Yeah. It's hard to get a bad guitar now, which is great.
Yeah, right.
And I used to be a Gibson guy. I mean, I love my Gibsons, but you know, they're so hard to keep in tune. You know, even the regular LTD, you know, I'm late to the party with that, but I got one during COVID and I beat the shit out of it. I played really hard and I couldn't even put that out of tune. But
I always picture you as like a Les Paul guy, no?
Yeah. I played Les Paul for years. I had a Les Paul Custom. I still got them. Les Paul Customs. I got a bunch of Gibsons, V's, Explorers, SGs. Love Gibsons. But, you know, God forbid, now they're like $7,000. Like one of my guitars is probably worth that much now. And it's like, to bring it out, I don't want to break it or worry about leaving it somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. RS70Z. What about the back of the card? Well, this sort of puts everything into perspective.
Yeah.
Retribution, Bulldoze, Train of Thought, 1-for-1, Elements, DEC.
Yep. Because there was an Elements dead end concept. There was probably there's probably 100 other elements.
Gotcha. Agents of Man, Homicidal, Skarhead, Danny Diablo on the Shop Log, Karma Never Forgets, Truth and Right, Zero Trust. That's our tour.
Karma Never Forgives. And Karma Never Forgives was with Scott from For the Love of on drums, me on guitar, Ray on guitar, and John on bass, and the singer from IDK, which is another amazing band from New Jersey that I met, you know, early, like that Mucky Pup show. And they are more like a pop punk type band, you know, early. So peace to IDK and peace to Red.
Just sent some photos of you with your Les Paul while playing in KNF.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, what's this on the side of the card? Zack was unable to play the record release show for the Bulldoze Remember Who's Strong 7-inch because both he and Tommy Conan were hit by a car in front of CBGB's right before the band was supposed to go on stage. The show must go on, so the band played with just Mike on guitar that night. Both you and Tommy got hit by a car?
Yeah, we were standing across the street at the bodega, and they were like, "You're on." And we were walking across the street, and I remember saying, well, because Kev was, you know, always a big guy, but he had huge calves, you know, and he was in front of us, and we were like, "Yo, if a car hit him, he'd wreck the whole shit like a deer." I don't know if I said it or Tommy said it, and the next thing you know, bam, we get hit by a car. So I don't know if the fucking Kevin's magic sensed it, and he fucking used his psychic powers to slam the car into us.
Tommy says true story.
Yeah, and check it out. I bought Nikes to play my first CBGB show because I was trying to be fly. My Nike flew down the street, right? And I get out, I hit my head, or I got hit by the car, smashed the windshield. So I thought I busted my head open. I fall on the ground, and Zack jumps out of nowhere, and I'm standing up, feeling my head. I'm not bleeding. Everybody circled the car because it was summer show. Everybody's outside, and He's like, yo, lay down. You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid.
You're gonna get paid.
And I was like, yo, can somebody get my sneaker? And they took me to St. Vincent's Pediatrics.
Oh.
And they called my mother and they told my mother that I was been in an accident. And she was like, is he okay? I'm sorry, man. We can't give you any more information than he's been in an accident. So my mother had to come from Jersey to come pick me up at St. Vincent's.
Listen, you know, there was CBGB's matinees, you know?
Yeah. They all wanted to kill him. And peace to Roger from AF, who signed off as a witness for that. I didn't get to thank him till like years later, but yeah.
And what's this, Jason Scott? You remember when you fell at the Continental show? What are you a fucking? What are you accident prone?
That was the first time that I ended up at St. Vincent's. I dove off the stage and I busted my head. Oh, same thing too. No, they called my mother. Your son's been in an accident. So second time, that was the first time she picked me up at St. Vincent's CBGB show. She already knew how to get there. You know. Good
Lord. And did you see? I guess they put together a rookie. I guess he's doing these rookie cards now.
There you go. That's senior year.
Wow. Look at that.
Well, my ex-girlfriend's brother's tie I'm wearing in that picture. And I think I got my eyebrow pierced.
Yeah. Joe Frank says next band name, Accident Prone.
Yeah. Well, hey, Joe, it's been a while. I've been on a good run. Let's not talk that into existence.
We're accident prone, you know? Yeah, he hit his head. He was asking us if he was okay. I don't know. You hit your head, bro.
I woke up in St. Vincent's to Kevin feeding me ice.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, where am I?
How about the Green Kangol story?
Well, I was gonna say, so one of the first persons I met was you, Drew. I met you at a Biohazard signing. I want to say it was like a skateboard shop in Edison. And me and Pula went there. And because my father lived in like East Brunswick, which was right down the street. So we were out there for whatever reason. So we went down there. And by this time we had met Biohazard at the show or whatever. They, put us on the list or whatever. So we came down there to say what's up. And that's where I met you. And we were most impressed that you had a fucking furry green Kango because, our other best friends were Jamaican guys. And his uncle was like a real rude boy dude that used to rock furry Kangos and Dapper Dan suits, had the Mazda, whatever, Audi with the kits. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So we were pretty impressed.
And here it is, folks. I'm in the back there with the white tank top wearing the green furry Kangol.
Yes.
There it is.
And I was in that video too. And you told me before it came out, you're like, you made the cut. You're in the video.
I did?
Yeah. And I remember we went to go get 40s down the street from the Academy. This is at the Academy.
Yeah, this is at the Academy. Yep.
Yeah. And the guys in Biohazard came in there and they bought 40s and they started spraying the guys with 40 ounces and we're wilding out. We're like, yo, these guys are crazy.
And check it out. This is a great shot. This popped up fairly recently. This shot on the far right is Rich from Dark Side, and on the far left is Toby Morse from H2O.
Yeah. Well, I remember Toby. I think they did H2O song that I don't ever think came out on the H2O record that at the end of that whole show.
Yes,
I got that whole show on tape somewhere.
On audio tape or videotape?
Videotape. And I want to say I bought it at a flea market that used to sell Kiss bootlegs and everything else. And it had
it's the whole Academy show?
Yeah, I got it somewhere.
Yeah, I've got some.
Gotta find it. I'm going through. I got a lot of shows on tape. I'm currently. We just.
Yeah, my love was real. Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just brought this guy Theo out to help us shoot some of the video shit on the Japan run, and I'm gonna get up with him and digitalize a lot of the old shows that I got because I used to bring my camera out and tape a lot of shit.
Our buddy Sean Brennan says this next song is called "I'm Seeing Stars."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But I can't wait to see Biohazard in Connecticut on November 2nd. Yeah, hey, listen, from what you heard about Biohazard, shows getting canceled, blah blah blah. I got news for you. This East Coast run they're going to do is going to be great. It's probably going to be packed.
They're fucking an amazing band. I'm gonna go see them in Jersey for sure.
Yeah, Starland, right?
Yeah, Starland's close to me, so I'm definitely gonna go to that.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. We just played in Holland last November at Revolution Calling Fest. And it was just such a dope show because, Judge played, Agnostic Front played, Murphy's Law played, tons of bands played, and Biohazard closed it out. Yeah. And they're just, to me, top of the food chain, man. All great players, great sound. Really glad that they got back together and doing their thing.
Yeah, me too. And they're one of those, regardless of all the other noise, when they are on stage doing those songs, it's great. Everything else aside. So that's it. Let me take a sponsor break. It's the top of the hour. Let's do a sponsor break. We'll come back. We're going to bring on Devin from DTFM Vinyl Distro. He's going to talk about a couple of records. I'll bring you on. We'll bring Lori Dawn on. You got a couple minutes, all right?
That's good.
That's right. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Our guest today is Zack Thorne from Bulldoze, Truth and Rights, and many others. Thank you for stopping by. Let's do some sponsor stuff. Where is my? Hold on, I fell short or not. And now use this. Since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Will that be cash or in debt?
Do you mean debit?
Yes. Sorry. Another eternally satisfied customer.
Yo, what's happening? I'm out here at one of our all-ages Sunday matinees on the Bowery. I hope that you are enjoying today's show. I just want to let you know that the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live needs your support. Please step up. There is a Patreon page that has a lot of unique program. Shows are announced there first. Lots of good stuff. There's a PayPal address right there on the screen if you want to make a contribution. There's also a super chat function. You could do that. But the bottom line is this show exists because of your support. We're going to be doing it for a long, long time. Thank you for all your support through the years. Back to the show.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decipher fiction from the truth, society's slow and tragic demise. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Everyone's got their fucking opinion.
And we're back. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. I hope you didn't wander off. I hope you have the patience to hang in there as we talk about music. What else? Okay. Hey, just a heads up as far as what's going on. Today's Wednesday, the 15th. There will not be a show on Sunday because I'm heading to San Francisco. Incendiary Devices playing with GBH on the big stage with our friends Noise at Crash Fest. We will be back there a week from today with Jared O'Connell. I'm looking forward to this. Old school punk band from New York City. Lots to talk about Max's Kansas City and the early New York City punk scene. And then a couple days after that, of course, the big banger. Sunday, October 26th, the 400th episode with Brian Baker from Bad Religion, Minor Threat, Dag Nasty, Junkyard, Beach Rats, fake names, celebrating the release of his new book, The Road. So that said, hey, I want to do me a favor, anybody out there. There is this QR code thing work? If it does, I didn't do this in the pre-show, but that's the Patreon QR code. If somebody could just check it and see if like this technology works, it would be incredibly helpful. That's the Patreon page. Please support the show on Patreon. The show needs your support. Don't be a cheap fuck. You watch the show, you enjoy the show. Sign up for $2 or $5 a month. We need your support to keep the show happening. It doesn't just magically happen. So please, if you can. Yeah, right? 400. Thanks, John. 400. So if somebody could check that, I'm just wondering if it's like a new thing they have on StreamYard. So that said, let's bring Lori Dawn back on. Hi.
Hi, it worked.
Oh, you did it. It works.
Yeah, I just held it right up.
Cool.
Like the kids do. And yeah, it's the new technology.
Listen, you friggin' bums. There's no excuse now. Scan that QR code. Get with the program.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Frank.
Hey, Joe, we're playing together, right? I think they just announced the show. We are playing with the Joe Franks. We just announced this the other day. We are playing Sunday, February 1st at Snapper McGee's in lovely Kingston, New York. Brutality, RBNX, Incendiary Device, Faded Line, and Prize Fighter, aka the Joe Frank Experience. So
at the lovely Snapper McGee's.
Snapper McGee's.
That's the best name.
Hey, I hear he's bumblefuck. I hear it's kind of happening.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff happening up there.
Well, it's part of the great Incendiary Device tour of the East Coast, because the night before, this isn't even announced. I think the promoter might announce it. The night before, we're playing Albany at Empire Underground, along with Tree, Blast Craze, Tied by Fate, Mindscape Apocalypse, Broken Demeanor. I'm confused by this.
Yeah.
Blast Craze, Tied by Fate. I feel like Mindscape is a band, Apocalypse is a band, Broken is a band, and Demeanor is a band. It's a rad spot. Okay.
Yeah. I know. I want to get out there. That's usually my blackout travel time of the year. I have to watch the snow, but yeah, going to Albany and then down to Snapper McGee's sounds like a good little road trip.
Well, I think it's an hour away, so we got some time to kill. Right. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do between Albany and Kingston?
I know. I like that venue up in Albany.
Yeah,
that's a cool place to go.
And we like that hotel we stay at across the street.
Yeah, right across the way. Yeah, I love it.
They have breakfast.
Yes, exactly. They have good breakfast.
They have those waffles that I like.
And then there's a nice food place in between. So yeah,
there's a lot there. So yeah, good. It all works. So that means, listen, no excuses. Please support the show. Scan the thing.
Yeah.
$2 a month. It's not going to kill you. $5 a month. The show needs your support. Please make it happen.
Absolutely.
That said, let's bring on our good friend and sponsor, Devin from
How's it going?
DTFM Vinyl Distro. What's up, bro?
Not too much. Just got some records for you.
How's things? And you know what? Let's bring our guest on, Zack Thorne, as well.
Hey,
maybe
Devin.
You be a part of this too. There's room on the boat for everybody.
There you go.
This is the panel.
So Devin, it's been a minute. What do you got?
All right. So I decided to pick some records that are really meaningful to me personally. And one that I'm picking right now is a record that really got me into hardcore music and showed me that hardcore music could actually have mass appeal. We're starting with this baby right here.
Ooh.
Hatebreed Supremacy, their 4th album. And why it has such meaning to me is this is how I was introduced to Hatebreed. I saw them on the tour for this album just randomly because I had heard some songs. I liked them. And they were touring with Typo Negative and 3 Inches of Blood. Went to the show, was blown away. Not just by Hatebreed, but by the audience response to Hatebreed.
Hatebreed, listen, all due respect to Hatebreed. Those guys, right, Zach? You remember those guys?
Band.
Go ahead.
No, great band. I mean, Jamie used to book us up at the skate park when he used to do shows in Connecticut. With Bulldoze and even Train of Thought. I just seen Frank and them at the show recently in Starland. Great band, man.
And they just worked hard and Jamie figured out. I mean, I don't know if he figured it out, but they just sort of appealed to the hardcore kids, and they appeared to the thrash kids, and they appealed to the metal kids, and they worked hard and they climbed the ladder. And that record slams, man.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
does slam.
Yeah,
it is. And it's finally reissued in the States. You don't have to import it from Germany anymore. It's on red vinyl. So
who initially put that record out? Was that one of their major label records?
That was Universal Music, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
Because I know I have the CD somewhere. I don't have the vinyl yet.
What's the name of that record again? I'm sorry.
Supremacy.
Let me see. Supremacy was 2006. Oh, no, that was on Roadrunner.
That was Roadrunner?
And Zeus produced it, yeah.
Yeah,
the one before it, Rise of Brutality, was Universal.
That's right.
Supremacy was Roadrunner. Yeah.
That's right, because they did do a short Roadrunner run.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
All right. So this is an album that really kind of taught me to fear hardcore and respect it. And I really love this album. Cannot sing its praises enough. 100 Demons in the Eyes of the Lord. Just such a strong release.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Connecticut hardcore is just, there's something special about it. I don't know what it is, but this album, oh my God, just destroys and makes you fear it. And it just makes your hair stand on end. Are
you familiar with this band, Zach?
Yeah.
Even Gary Motley, 100 Demons is hard.
Yeah.
They must be if Gary's chiming in.
Yeah, definitely a hard band. Great record.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
All right. Next, this is on my Mount Rushmore of 90s hardcore. Probably one of the best hardcore albums ever released. Probably the best hardcore album to come out of Detroit. Cold as Life, Born to Land Hard. Just such a monster. This thing it slams and slams and slams, and you are not getting back up after you listen to this. If you do,
Devin going deep on the
I know.
tough guy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's got Mike from Agents of Man playing bass on there, so we definitely got the connection.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Yeah, there is a connection there, right?
Yeah, Piece to Beast and Hate Incorporated too. All the Detroit guys.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Cool.
4 records I would recommend with it. That one, Blood for Blood's Revenge on Society, Dead Guy's Fixation of a Coworker, and Madball Set It Off. Those belong on the Mount Rushmore of 90s hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Zach, what's your I don't know, is it, what's the way to put it? Is there something like what do you call it? Not a hidden pleasure. Like, is there a musician or music that something that like we'd be like, wow, Zach listens to, like, is there something outside?
I listen to everything, bro. I listen to a lot of weird stuff, a lot of R&B, a lot of
guilty pleasure. That's a guilty pleasure, right?
Guilty pleasure. I mean, No, I'm not I'm not guilty about any of it, but I listen to shit. You name it, bro. Hall and Oates, fucking everything across the map, you know. R&B, Jill Scott, Sade, you know, just everything. But now,
Lori?
Yeah, same thing. If it's good music, it's good music. You know, I don't feel guilty about any of it. I listen to a lot of 70s R&B and, you know, love it.
Devin?
Cat rock.
I don't really have a guilty pleasure, but a lot of people would probably be surprised that I'm a huge GNR fan.
Oh,
there you go.
Hey, we all are, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
First record?
Yeah.
What about Live at the Ritz?
Yeah.
Live at the Ritz. I just rewatched that recently. That was a fucking amazing show.
Directed by my old friend Scott Calvert. God rest his soul. He directed that.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I had
directed
that
that.
back in the day.
That Guns N' Roses performance is epic.
Yeah.
What else you got, Devin?
All right. So this is a record that's been talked about quite frequently on this show.
Uh-oh.
Hey, at least it's not me and DR, guys. I'm still here.
All right, we're waiting for it.
Here it is.
Oh!
Death Before Dishonored. Nowhere found. This is my favorite record to come out this year. This album just kills it. I mean, Death Before Dishonored doesn't really make bad music, but they have a thing where they just always go up a level. And with this, I feel like they went up 3 levels.
Wow.
And again, produced by Zeus. Zeus is such an excellent producer.
Zeus is the dude.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
this album just wowed me. When I think hardcore music, this is what I want to listen to.
Great band.
Yeah, really hardworking bands.
Yeah,
I'm sure, Zach. I'm sure with the Bulldoze revival, you've probably played a bunch of festivals and shows with them, right?
I don't know about recently, but I've definitely played lots of shows with them.
Yeah.
Whether it be Bulldoze or Homicidal or
Right.
whoever. Great band.
Yeah. Good stuff. Is that it, Devin?
I got one more.
Please. I like this. Go ahead. What's next?
This is a band I feel that is truly underrated, and this album is a true masterpiece. If you took the Dead Kennedys, the Misfits, a little bit of the Cramps, and Stiff Little Fingers, and kind of stewed it up into something, you get these guys, Naked Raygun from Chicago.
Yeah.
Amazing band. Never really got their due. I mean, they have their Midwestern following. They have their following kind of out in Florida. Yeah. But yeah, you don't really see a lot of people talking about Naked Raygun, and this album, Jettison, is so good. I mean, there is not a bad track on it. This is a reissue with some live tracks and some 7-inch tracks. And I mean, the original release ended with a cover of Suspect Device, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Stiff Little Fingers.
Oh.
Gotta love Stiff Little Fingers.
I'm a big Stiff Little Fingers fan. I
love Stiff Little Fingers.
Yeah. Yep. Bands I know the Misfits. Welcome to the show, Lilith.
If anyone could rival Glenn Danzig's vocals, it's Jeff Pizzotti from Naked Raygun.
Listen, Misfits play arenas now. What do I know?
Crazy.
What kind of bizarre world are we living in where the Misfits play arenas and
selling out Madison Square Garden and stuff like that? Yeah.
And the Beastie Boys were a rap group.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is president. It's 2 times.
Beastie Boys my first New York hardcore record, actually. License to Ill. If we could put that in there. I said that was probably my first New York hardcore record, if we could call it that, License to Ill.
You almost want to call License to Ill a New York hardcore record. It feels like it's
vibe,
right?
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I saw the video for You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party, and I just fell back laughing.
Yeah. But all those guys were in Murphy's Law and all them was in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Listen, I remember seeing the Beastie Boys when they were a hardcore band and going, they suck, right? And they suck. And then next thing I know, it's like, huh?
I bought the License to Ill tape, and I went into Sam Goody, right? And they didn't have it in the front. And I went in the back, like where they had the videotapes, and this dude put a box down and opened a whole box of them. And I grabbed it, and I bought it for Fight for Your Right to Party, and I put it in my cousin's car. And the first song, Rhyming and Stealing, he's like, what the fuck is this? And they took it right out. He wouldn't let me listen to the record, you know?
Yeah.
But great record. Also one of my favorites.
Absolutely. Hey, Devin, thank you. And appreciate DTFM Vinyl Distro being a sponsor of the show for so long.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I couldn't do it without you. And be careful out there in Fargo, North Dakota. And I just want to say, anybody out there who's going through Fargo, North Dakota, you better go see Devin at the record store.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Talk to you soon, my man.
Thanks, man. Fargo in the house.
That was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. And that was like a great little primer for a black metal guy. Like if he wants to get into hardcore, those are some great records to get into.
Yeah,
you know.
Go. Yeah, there you go. What else? All right, Lori. I will. If you're around, I'll bring you on at the end, and we'll talk about those couple of things.
Some upcoming events.
Let me charge it some more with Zack.
Okay.
All right. See you in a bit. All right, buddy. Which brings us to you.
Yes.
You know, I know we're bouncing around a little bit. Let me get this. But, you know, we would certainly be amiss. Let me clear the deck. What the heck? I think we would certainly be amiss if we did not talk about our old friend Eddie Sutton and your run in Truth and Rights. Could you tell us about the band Truth and Rights and who was it? Give us some perspective on the band and give us a little something about our old friend Eddie Sutton as well.
Well, you know, obviously big Leeway fan. Like I told you, that was one of the first bands that made a big impression on me. And, you know, Leeway had done their reunion, and then they weren't doing any more shows. And at the time, we weren't really doing anything. So Ray talked to Eddie about jamming. And we got together and jammed, and it didn't really formulate into anything at first. You know what I mean? Just on different pages.
Now, is this you, Ray, Demi, and
John Doughty? We call him Seed. So yeah, from left to right, it's Ray, Demi, Eddie, me, and Seed.
Right. Okay.
And Seed played bass in Agents of Man and Elements. Amazing bass player.
Right.
He has a band called Surrender the Weapon that everybody should check out.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but yeah, at first we didn't really, it didn't gel. And then we were recording the Skarhead record, Drugs, Music, Sex. And I mean, me and Eddie stayed talking on the phone, but we were recording that record, and Eddie was on that record. And the stuff that we were starting to record or jam out in the beginning was very melodic, like almost very post-hardcore-ish. And I remember me and Eddie, we took a walk to the Chinese store after doing the Skarhead stuff. And I was like, yo, we should just do something like very lighthearted and, you know, very more hardcore oriented, you know, strip it down, simple style.
Sure.
And then we started writing, and that turned into Truth and Rights, which was an amazing experience. You know, Eddie is, you know, a great singer, has a lot of my influences, another big Van Halen guy, which I could hear or see in his performance. You know, he's a big showman.
Yep.
But great guy, man. Really nice guy, really creative guy, and great friend.
Yeah.
Miss him very much.
Yeah, he suffered in the end.
That's the best. I mean, I told you before, well, when we were talking before, I never saw Bad Brains with HR at their prime. Mm-hmm. To me, you know, Eddie is the best frontman that I've ever seen in hardcore.
Right.
You know, just a maniac. You know.
Yeah, I saw some great Leeway shows, man. He for a little skinny guy, he used to really belt it out, man.
And climb on top of everything. You know, you're like, oh, where is he? You know, he's in the rafters.
Yeah, he was. He could really belt it out. They were great. You know, in those.
King of swagger. He had the most swagger, I think.
Yeah.
Out of anybody, you know.
Yeah. Did Truth and Rights? If I remember, did you guys play out of the country? Did you guys get out? Do a little?
No, we played Rainfest in Seattle, I think it was. That's as far as we went.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what happened was we started doing that, and Eddie started doing his renditions of the different, like the Eddie Leeway show, and then
Right.
So we, he just kind of, that was more lucrative, I guess, at the time. But it's a shame. I wish Truth and Rights would have got it. I think the record's great. Hopefully we could do a release on vinyl or something. But I'm really proud of that record.
Yeah.
And it was always great playing shows with him anywhere.
Eddie went out with his boots on. I remember him smoking. He was smoking till the end. Smoking cigarettes and smoking weed, and he suffered. It's sad.
That cancer was deep. What can you do? I said he had a lot of cancer. I mean, at that point, it's just like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
he did it his way.
Yeah, but 100%. Another project that you were involved in, and I believe with one of the guys from Coheed, right, was Zero Trust. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, actually, I think Mike was talking to BJ, who sang in GMK and Ghidra. They were another band we used to play a lot with back in the Bulldoze days. And we talked about doing a hardcore band project with him, who I was always, a big fan of his vocals. So it was me, Mike, and him and Evan, his drummer at the time, are good friends. And they all were up in Nyack. So when we used to go to Kevin used to live in Suffern, upstate, which is right by Nyack.
Sure.
We used to hang out in Nyack and stuff. So it was cool. We started going up there. We started jamming, and we didn't have a bass player. And Travis from Coheed him and Evan had the studio. It was like their studio.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he came in while we were jamming, and then he was into it, and then he just kind of fell into playing bass. But it was awesome because right as we started to record the first song, COVID happened.
Yeah.
So that's Travis to the far left, BJ, me, Mike, and Evan. And we started to write a lot during COVID, so it kind of became like our outlet because everything was shut down. Nobody was intermingling or whatever. So,
Were you guys getting together in the studio? Did you Yes.
Yeah. So we were all getting into the studio and all kind of just throwing ideas at each other. And these guys even taught me how to use like GarageBand and stuff. And, we would record ideas and send it up, and, then they would send it back or switch things around. So
sure.
It was a lot of fun, especially during that time, because it was a crazy time. So, it took your mind off everything that was going on, and we all had a lot of fun together. And, that was another great thing. We didn't play a lot of shows with that.
I was going to say, did Zero Trust play out?
Yeah, we played a couple shows. We played in Chicago and we played in Jersey and maybe Jersey twice, but not a lot of shows. Right after that, or kind of towards the end of the pandemic, Travis started another band, LS Dunes, with it's like an all-star band. Like it's got dude from My Chemical Romance, the drummer or the drummer and the bass player from Thursday, and just a great band. So they kind of took off and hit the ground running and touring. So we didn't play as much as we should have, or I wish we could have. But at the same time, like I put the Bulldoze stuff up. I contacted everybody during 2020 and was like, all right, this is what we're going to do, because we own all the Bulldoze music. So I was like, I'm going to put all this up properly on streaming platforms, and we're all going to break it down 20% each. And, right after that, Bulldoze kind of hit the road. We started getting a lot of shows. You know what I mean? So, shit just happens. But I'm very proud of that music too. We had a lot of fun making it.
Were you surprised by the Bulldoze revival? And I think this shot, I think I was at this show. This is that thing in Tampa. I was there. That was one of your first kind of shows back. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, very surprised. We Peace to Joe Hardcore, he kind of helped put all those shows together. I guess the music was up and everything, and people were kind of into it. So if my memory serves correct, he offered it, like, because he works with this guy Bob Wilson that does FYA.
Yeah.
So
FYA down in Florida, right?
Yeah. So we did FYA in Florida. We did a show with John Scanlon and Trapped Under Ice in Brooklyn. And then we did the Holiday Jam in PA. And the Holiday Jam being the first show. But
Right.
I want to say FYA might have been the first one that we accepted. It just wasn't announced till afterwards. And, at the time, it was going to be all 5 of us, all original members. Kevin, we agreed to do the show when before Kevin passed. And, sadly enough, he passed before it happened in the summer,
Yeah.
But yeah, FYA especially was just kind of like, wow, you know what I mean? Because it's a big show. There was a lot of, band members bugging out, dancing to us, from the newer school that are killing it. There were a lot of kids singing along. So it
was pretty cool. I was there.
It was pretty bugged out.
For the uninitiated, explain to us, what is the current Bulldoze lineup?
Well, the current Bulldoze lineup is basically McGee on vocals, George on bass, guitar, Mike on guitar, me on guitar, Chris on drums. But it all flips. Like a lot of shows, George can't play, Ray plays bass, and a lot of times George sings on vocals. So we've kind of been switching it up.
Right.
But we just try to make it happen. And whenever we play a show, we try to make sure that we're very prepared, because we know like we're going to be playing with bands that might be out, like Tsunami or whoever, where they're like touring the whole year. So it's like, all right, well, we can't come off half-assed. We got to really put it in. So we make sure whatever we're doing, that everybody's just really prepared for the show. But it's basically like 6 of us.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a revolving cast, but
yes.
you guys get out there. You've played all kinds of festivals all over the world. I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like I said, these are all people that I love and are dear friends. So before that, I think the last time we all got together was, when Chris's mom passed, who was like a mom to all of us, at her funeral. It was the last time I remember all of us being together. Now I'm like pushing Chris's fucking head off of me in the van. You know what I mean? Because we're falling asleep on each other and arguing where to eat. It's amazing.
But it's just great that you guys, it came back around for you guys. And just really. Yeah. Is that right? The hardcore.
I think it's also great that people are so into Bulldoze. The thing that's not talked enough about Kevin is that Kevin was a huge fan and supporter of hardcore. He really, really loved it. So, for his music to still be out there and for his family to own a piece of that, even though streaming is kind of shot, but you know what I mean? It's just awesome to still see people out there singing, the songs that we all wrote 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Keep his memory alive.
Sure. And you guys did sporadically get back together and do reunion shows and do gigs, right? Here's one from 2006, one of Cuz's shows, Black and Blue at the short-lived Studio B. This looks like this looks like a Super Bowl of hardcore show, man.
Yeah, it probably was. December 23rd.
Last show ever, Bulldoze.
Yeah.
Look, last show ever, Bulldoze. Last show, Agents of Man.
Yeah, both of those proved not to be true. Good marketing.
But wait. Maybe you could differentiate. It says last show ever, Bulldoze, and Agents of Man, it just says last show. So maybe this is.
Yeah, who knows? I guess Agents of Man got a couple more in there too then. But no.
Yeah.
Wasn't our last show.
Muttley says, don't forget about Homicidal.
Yeah, Homicidal. That's McGee, who's been singing in Bulldoze, is the singer from Homicidal.
Right.
So Homicidal was Mike's project. When we were doing Agents of Man, he kind of did that, and then when I stopped doing Agents of Man is when I started playing. I did Skarhead first, but I started doing Homicidal. Again, all good friends of us, Dimmy, who's played in Truth and Rights and a lot of bands I played with in Skarhead. Yep, that's the record that we did.
So there's a lot of how do you say it? Kind of shifting characters. A lot of the same characters turn up. Demi, Big Polsky, Mike. You guys.
Heinzer from 1 for 1 played bass in Homicidal, and Ray played guitar in 1 for 1.
Right.
So and actually Seth, the drummer from 1 for 1, started Homicidal with Mike. They started writing those songs. So yeah, like a big family tree.
Yeah, and Ray. Here's a shot of Ray, Agents of Man.
There he is. Look at him, huh?
Yeah.
Singing backups too.
Yeah, right. Right. Boy, those LTD guitars are getting around.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
They take a lick and they keep on ticking those things.
Yeah, I got to get my.
That's at Holiday. I think that's at the Holiday Jam in PA too, where we played that maybe the following year after Bulldoze. So that was awesome.
Mimi Fuggett says,
yeah,
Rockland County has spawned some great hardcore musicians. Don't knock it.
I love Rockland County.
Rockland County represent. That's where Kevin's from, Rockland County.
Yeah, I think he's originally from the Bronx, but when I met him, he was living out there. He was living in Suffern. So we used to be there all the time, and he used to be, he used to hang out with all these skaters and stuff from Nyack and that area.
Yeah, right. That's where talk about what's his name. Isn't Vinny Raffas from up there too? That area.
Yeah, I don't know him as well, but yeah, they're all from up in that area.
Yeah. Well, here's another. This is a cool shot. I guess this is. I'm just going through some of the photos, but here's a great shot of you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably one of the reunions, right?
I want to say that's in Long Island. That oh man, I forgot the name of the place, but this couple used to book it. But yeah, I think that's up in Long Island.
Right. Makes sense. Did you end up sending me any upcoming gig flyers?
Yes. I
Where'd you
believe
send
so.
it?
I don't know if they went through or not. I sent it to your
on
message.
Facebook.
Yep.
I didn't get anything.
Maybe they didn't go through.
Oh no.
No, check it. It should be in your messenger.
I don't see it. I do not see it on Facebook.
No?
Nope.
I don't know. I could try it on Instagram if that works.
Yes, you could try it on Instagram if I take it. I'll take another break. At the break, send it to me.
Okay.
Shout out Negative Hate from Rockland.
Negative Hate.
I want to ask you about this guy and kind of your relationship with him, and one of the funniest guys out there, and
Zack.
Yeah,
the best.
You've really listen. You must have a penchant for chaos because you've rolled with Kevin and Zack.
Yes, yeah. Got a lot of stories between those two.
Yeah.
But Zack, listen, Zack always wants to have a good time. That's the thing I can say about Zack. Like, if we're on tour, I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, bro, I'm chilling. Like, he always just wants to have a good time. So, played a lot of great shows with him. Had a lot of great times. We recorded an EP during the pandemic. Like I think in 2020, we were all on a plane with masks, like flying out to Wisconsin to record it. But yeah, I don't got enough nice things to say about Zack. He's the best.
I love Zack. Man. I love
Go to 897 Grand in Brooklyn to get your New York hardcore streetwear from Zack. Yes, that played the New York hardcore comics. The shows.
That dude's mom makes that grub too.
Yo, that's a piece to my man Sean in the back who came down. He didn't understand what a hardcore show was, so the whole he's trying to like sing along, and he's like pushing him off the stage, and it's hilarious. Right. That was a fun time.
Yeah, that looks good, man.
Yeah,
that looks pretty yummy. Oh wait, we made that meat tray.
Yes, you guys made that. That's right.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes. So we sponsored that show, and we said, what can we bring the guys to eat? And they said, well, they want like a meat and cheese platter, and I think a case of Coke.
Yeah.
That
a meal of champions. So, but if you look closely, I mean, you can't really tell from this picture, but we made some of the cheese slices into skulls. I had like a little cookie cutter, and I made little skull-shaped cheeses.
Wow.
We all devoured it like probably within 15 minutes. Like,
And it's funny because we're rolling this stuff up, and like I don't eat any of that, you know. So I don't really eat meat, and we're rolling this up, and like so your hands get all like and we're like preparing it. But yeah, that was
Listen,
we were proud of that.
There's a meat. There's what do you call? I learned this since I got married. What's it called? A charcuterie board? What is it called?
Well, we call it an antipasto.
Okay, because you said platter. This is more than a platter. This is like an endless, bottomless. This is big.
It was a bottomless pit of cheese and meats, and we had some like all kinds of like olives and things like that in there, and then like the little skull-shaped cheeses.
Wow.
On the top.
All right. Oh, how do you pronounce it, Lori? Charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
That's a new word for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's like that. What do you want for dinner?
It's a new word for, I don't know. I that's a recent word for me too.
She's like, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, how about a charcuterie board? I'm like, what? What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
You know what? I ramped up my game when I got married. Now I'm like cultured.
Well, and let me tell you something. People make whole businesses out of those charcuterie boards. Like you get like a whole table now.
Yeah, that's a catering tray to feed 100. That thing. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Lori. At ease. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Who knew? That's funny. That's funny. Let me see what else I got. And okay. I mean, and all this ties in. We'll take a break in a minute.
Okay.
But all this was this guy. Now I have a little bit of a history. Was this guy on the? I know this guy's like involved with Zack.
Yes.
And how does this guy fit in, and who is he?
So Joe Fatal, love you, Joe Fatal. He's DJing for Skarhead, and now he's actually DJing for Onyx. So if you're going out to see Biohazard.
Right.
And Bayway and Onyx, say what's up to Joe Fatal.
Right.
Be on the 1 and 2s.
Yep.
But he's another very talented guy, and he's like he's been everywhere. Like he's like the Forrest Gump of hip hop. He'll like tell you stories for days.
Yeah. And I did a music video for Joe Fatal through my company Stone Films NYC in 1994 or something. Actually, another little Joe Fatal thing is Joe Fatal has a track on Judgment Night.
Right.
Joe Fatal. Who was it on Judgment Night? It was Joe Fatal and Therapy? Who is it? Might be Therapy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Joe Fatal in the house. So, yeah.
Yeah, great guy.
Did a video for him back in the day.
Yeah, and with Laz and Gordon worked that, right?
Laz and Gordon worked, and we talked about that. And here's a shot. And the Laz we're talking about is Laz from El Nino.
Yes.
And here's a shot from 30 years ago of Laz and me, working on the video. And this is Laz. Laz, talk about Laz worked on all my videos I produced through my company back in the day. Biohazard Punishment, Onyx. He was there for like 30 of the videos Laz was around for.
Another great guy, man.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm so happy like for Laz. We talked about, Laz is one of those great stories. A lot like Greg from Death Before Dishonor. Guys that were in it for the love of the music. They hung in there. They kept grinding. They worked the trenches, and then the call came from the big leagues. And Laz joined El Nino. Greg joined, Death Before Dishonor. And you just gotta love and be happy for guys like that. When it's a rare thing, man. A lot of people are in it for the love of it. They never get that call, and those guys did. Yeah,
we actually, me, Dimmy, and Puda have a new project called Crime Square.
Oh, tell us about it.
Yeah, well, we recorded the drums and the guitar in Rawway when my man Evan from Zero Trust came down and engineered. And then we've been recording the vocals and the bass at Laz's studio, All Star Studios.
Now, that's not Laz's, that's in Hoboken, right?
Yes, right down the street from where his other studio was.
Right. The other studio, on the roof of the other studio is where I shot the Agnostic Front video, right?
Right. And the link with me and Laz is I met him. Well, I met him years ago, but we really became close with Eddie because he was working with Eddie. So
That's
we
right.
used to go up there and practice with Truth and Rights over there. And that one picture you showed of Truth and Rights is on his rooftop.
Right.
Right before we played Maxwell's.
And this was right down in the street from that building. Boom.
Yeah.
This is when I was directing the Gotta Go video for Agnostic Front in '96.
On that roof. Yeah.
On that roof on July 4th.
Yeah. It was a dope spot. His new spot's dope too, but I like
Yeah.
It's dope to go out. You can hang out on the roof and chill.
Yep.
Thank you, Sky.
Yeah. Let me take a sponsor break.
Okay.
And we'll come back and we'll take some questions from around the world.
Sounds good.
Thanks. That's right. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Our guest today is Zack Thorne of Bulldoze, Agents of Man, Crime Square, Truth or Rights, Skarhead. And we are sponsored by blah, 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 and the Texas Silver Rush. They're a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as to style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. The client list includes Rock Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rowley, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. Information on online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. Last but not least, She Devil's Coven is a female-owned entrepreneur business based out of the great state of Connecticut. Owner Rachel King Keys handcrafts soil wax candles set with intentions for your sanctuaries. She's accomplished a life goal dream since beauty school, debuting her artist showcase Hotties and Hellions that features live bands, burlesque, sideshow acts, vendors, food trucks, and this year a live auction with all proceeds going to the mental health program Punk Rock Saves Lives. Capturing the tri-state area, doing her thing, slinging candles at events, and keep an eye out for her show coming to New York in the spring of 2026. You can find her on Etsy and on Instagram at candlewitch.co. That said, I know you got questions. Don't be shy. Let them fly. Go deep. Get weird. Our guest. So post them up. Now's your chance. There are no bad questions. There are just people who do bad things. So questions. Come on. Get cracking. You knuckleheads. Also, just want to mention once again that there is no show this Sunday. I'll be out in San Francisco. We're playing with GBH at Crash Festival at the DNA Lounge. Looking forward to seeing our friends and many friends from the show, including Chris Contos and others. We will be back here on a week from today with Jared O'Connell, and then a couple days later, Brian Baker. And then Dave Ingram from Benediction and Bolt Thrower will be up November 2nd. Steve Wynn, a Side Trips episode of the Dream Syndicate, Wednesday, November 12th, co-hosted by Joe Ghostin. Chris Reifort from Autopsy, Death, and Abscess on Sunday, November 16th. Sunday, November 23rd, Dr. Chud, also co-hosted by Joel Ghostin. I'm excited about this one. I hope that you are too. Harry G. Angus, author, The Encyclopedia of Jerry Garcia Music Venues, on Sunday, November 30th. It is a Side Trips episode, so don't get your panties all bunched up. What does that have to do with hardcore? Sunday, December 7th, John Bush from Armored Satan Anthrax, co-hosted by Lori Dawn. Peter Bywaters from Peter and the Test Tube Babies on Wednesday, December 10th. And then John Gallagher from Raven, co-hosted by Joe Ghostin, Sunday, December 21st. And then Lori Dawn will be co-hosting Candace of Walls of Jericho. That said, post your questions, you wackos. Let's bring our guests back on. Amen.
Hey.
What are you doing tonight in the Dominican Republic?
We're gonna go out to eat with the family. You know, we're gonna go to the steakhouse, get a little dressed up.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
my wife takes good care of me, so
yeah, I sense that.
Yeah,
you know, good for you.
Yeah, she's very supportive. And
Yeah.
my wife used to my wife was in music too. She used to be a rapper named Terra, Terra.
Is that right?
Into Corrupt's label, but her, record never came out. But yeah.
How did you guys meet?
We worked together.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you met at work.
We met at work. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a sense that you guys really have a nice life. So that's awesome.
Try to.
Yeah.
So we go out with the kids tonight.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see.
Joe's just saying it's respect.
Band you'd love to tour gig with?
I mean, really anybody, any bands, but I don't know. I would love to tour with friggin' Metallica. I'll tell you that much.
That's go big.
Hey, if we want to go crazy, but I mean, I would love, to play with any of the greats, even at a festival like Slayer or Iron Maiden, Metallica. But I love just as much getting the opportunity to open for somebody like Tsunami, you know what I mean, who are killing it, or Mind Force, or any of these new bands who are just crushing it.
It seems like you guys get some love in that realm, though, because just knowing what I know about the topography of hardcore and the music world these days, and doing this show is, there's a lot of separation now. Unfortunately, it's like people ask me like, "What's up with the New York hardcore scene?" I'm like, "Well, which one? There's 5 of them now,
right?
And none of them want anything to do with each other." But there are a few bands that sort of cross-pollinate, and it seems like Bulldoze, gets a lot of love from a lot of the younger kids, which in younger bands, which is cool.
Yeah, like Tsunami brought us out to Cali to play like 3 shows with them, which was just amazing, because they're killing it, and it's a not completely different crowd, but we got to play to a lot of new faces.
Yeah,
they got a whole great scene out there in the Bay, RBS, Big Boy and Drain and them, Condition One, all these bands are just killing it,
Let me ask you, when you guys have kind of been out a couple times in the past couple years, like, is there any place that, like, when it comes up, or when you get an offer, or if you see it on a tour, you go, "Oh yeah," like that's like, are there any real hot spots for Bulldoze?
Well, Japan is definitely a hot spot for Bulldoze.
Nice.
So
nice.
Peace to all my brothers in Japan, and Blood Axe Fest, Loyal to the Grave, Creep Out, all these bands over there, man, are feeling it. But London is very good for us, or just I would say the UK in general, or Holland. I mean, a lot of people show us love, man. Chicago has become like a new home away from home. We go out there a lot.
Have you gotten to some of the Eastern Bloc countries? Have you been to Poland?
No, never went to Poland. Would love to go to Poland. I played Poland. I played Poland with Skarhead.
Skarhead in Poland. Come on now.
That was a crazy show. That was a crazy.
Come on now.
Yeah, that was, we were out of our minds. But yeah, I played
awesome.
Skarhead in Poland, which was amazing. In Warsaw, not in Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, that's a piece that somebody did for us in France. Another great place for us. Again, we got a lot of history there. That's where our first record came out. So that was right by the Super Bowl of hardcore in France.
That's a nice piece, man.
Yeah.
Really, really, really beautiful. Nice. Well done. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, what's going on here? What's the background on this?
That was another wild tour. That was the Warped Tour.
Don't tell me this was Skarhead on tour with Joe Jett.
No, it was Danny Diablo, but it was like a mixture of it wasn't really rapping. It was like we were doing Skarhead songs, and we covered like Harsh Truth. You know what I mean? Like, so we did a hardcore set. But yeah, that was on the Warped Tour with Joe and Jett. And they do a thing where they bring you, the first day they give you like sneakers, and they do like a reception dinner with like an open bar. So me and DJ Spay, who was DJing for Skarhead at the time, went to the open bar and we're hanging out. And as we're stumbling out, Joan Jett's there. So again, you know, I grew up on MTV, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Huge part of my childhood. So I was like, I'm sorry to bother you, but very excited to see, you know. So we met Joan Jett. And then we would see her backstage. And every time I saw her, she'd be like, what's up? Because Joan Jett's hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Joan Jett's hard.
And fucking Isaac was like, yo, you know Joan Jett? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, but she
you
was
know, Joan, you know who Isaac loves? Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yeah. Queens. Come on.
Yeah. Queens, right.
But no, we watched Joan Jett every night that we were on that tour until we got kicked off. That's a whole other story.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
But what are you going to do? But it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, of course. What was the scariest show what was the scariest show you've played? That's a good question for a guy that's not only played with Isaac, but played with Kevin Bulldoze.
Well, I don't know. Listen, in Tokyo, I thought we were going to fucking die. It was like 110 degrees, and they had like those stage lights that are supposed to be 100 feet up, like right on top of our heads. Oh. So that was the scariest as far as if we didn't know if we would make it or not.
Oof.
Violent? I don't know, man. I played a lot of violent shows, you know, those Red Zone in Queens was pretty wild. A lot of the early shows that we played, you know, in New York at like Bond Street.
Yeah, right. Right.
You know,
Bond
Wetlands.
Bulldoze at Bond Street.
Bulldoze at Bond Street. I remember one of the first times
I had one of those flyers. Let me look. Go ahead.
I met Freddie. Freddie had like the mask that I forgot what they're called, those black masks, and he was bugging out in the pit, which was awesome again because I'm like a Madball fan. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yo, those shows were pretty intense.
I'm looking at in the Bond Street folder.
Long Island.
Oh, score! Oh wow! Get ready. You ready? This is awesome. Here we go. Hold on. What is this? 1894. I think this kind of sums up the Bond Street era right here. It's. Let me clear the deck here. Hold on.
Yeah. And actually, that show was
Dog Eat Dog, Blindside. Is that Fear of Life? Oh no, this isn't you. This isn't you.
No, it's us.
Oh, it's you.
That was before we really became famous, I guess. That was the Bulldozer. They spelled our name wrong.
Holy shit.
Sure Kevin was happy about that NJ at the end of that too. He would have loved that.
Gary Muttley says Kev broke the stage at Bond Street.
There you go. But I want to say that night is the night where, oh man, I forgot his name right now. The guy that put together the New York's Hardest comp, that he asked us to do that compilation. So that was bugged out because, again, as I was getting into New York hardcore, like the first two compilations were a big deal for me.
Yes, of course.
Being on that was a big deal. You know what I mean? But I remember that.
I'm looking. I got to look in the Bond Street folder again. Hold on. There's so much shit in here.
Bond Street was great.
Some of these fucking shows, man. Stand Clear, Fear of Blindside, Fear of Life, Without a Cause, Neglect.
Without a Cause. It's one of my favorite demos.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. How about this one? Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, this one's all right. Let me see. I want to get one of these, a real banger. Hold on. We did that. Bulldozer. Look at this one. Holy shit. God. When I was in Antidote, we played Bond Street, but it was probably a little bit before you guys started playing. Berserkers, Goon Squad, Idiot Box, Steer Dozer. Yeah.
There you go.
Crazy.
That's a crazy flyer, too.
Yeah. And then last one. Bond Street was an interesting place. It was sort of, we've discussed this a lot. It was sort of like a bridge in between like two eras,
Right.
Look at this one. No Redeeming Social Value, SFA, Rejuvenate, Close Call from the Bronx.
Yeah. I want to say we played with Close Call too.
Yeah.
Rejuvenate. Tommy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the first places I played in New York, I think, was Bond Street. No.
Eddie Medina, our buddy, asks, are you coming back to Cali?
I want to. Let's make it happen, bro. I would love to come back to Cali. We had a great time out there, you know? So
any future collabs coming up?
Well, like I said, I have the project with Dimmy and Puda called Crime Square. And I got a new Skarhead split with Integrity is coming out. You know, so that's like what's official right now.
Oh, you sent me a couple of things. Let me see. In no particular order, right? In no particular order. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let me see. Coming up to a town near you, if you're in that town.
Yep, Dallas.
Is this Dallas?
Yep, that's going to be in Dallas on Sunday.
Hardcore in the DFW. What does DFW stand for? Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah. Yep. Northeast Beatdown Heavyweights. Bulldoze. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Yep. So that's coming up on Sunday, November 9th.
Yep.
When you do these, are these just fly-ins?
Yeah. So we're gonna go fly out to Texas. We're flying out on we're gonna fly out I think Thursday so we could play Friday in Houston. And then we're playing Houston and San Antonio, where we just played with Bitter End, which was amazing, and the Mongoloids. But yeah, we're gonna be playing that Friday.
I love this one, Wig Split. Hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Wig Split. We're fucking Wig
Split. Yeah, feel lost.
Yep. We are Wig Split. We've come to split your wig.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Let me see what else. Did somebody say, I saw this. Hold on, let me get past this one here. Who books the band? I mean, is it, let me guess, Big Polish books the band.
A lot of times. Sometimes I do it. You know, sometimes Mike does it. We kind of just funnel it through whoever, but it really depends to whoever's you know, talking to people at the time.
Oh,
Danny,
so
Danny from Biohazard's been helping us out a little bit, you know. So Danny from Biohazard.
And so so you're doing a 3-day Texas run.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna fly out there, rent a car, and you know, now it's crazy. I got my whole rig in my backpack. I got a Nano Cortex, which is a little pedal.
Right.
And you basically just sample your head. So I got that sampled in there, and I got a power amp, a little
amazing.
It's insane.
Amazing.
Just rock out with that, and
now all the stress of like having to drag shit around, you know, is done.
Yeah. Or borrow somebody's stuff.
Oh,
you know, you never know what you're gonna get.
Or, you know, you don't want anyone borrowing your shit before you play.
No.
This is in New York.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing too, with you know, Denied, Demise, Mickey's Crew, Brass Knuckles. You know,
that's the day. That's the 2 days before we're the day after we're doing the Holiday Slamboree.
Okay,
that's a busy weekend, man.
Yeah, that's a big holiday weekend.
Yeah,
season beatings.
Yeah, season's beatings. When
we're playing Friday the 12th for that show.
What did I see?
Piece de Flora, Mafa.
Yeah, where'd this go? I saw you're playing with Silence Equals Death. You're taking them out with you somewhere? Where did I see that?
I don't know about.
Where did I see that? Someone mentioned it in the here. Saw you're taking my boy Silence Equals Death to Texas. Are they? They're not on the flyers.
I don't know. I know Chris is working with you know, they got the production company, but I didn't know that they were on the run. Maybe, but yeah, they're not on the flyers.
Yeah,
they could use my amp.
Yeah, you don't need to bring anything. You could.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
You could use Zack.
Value right in.
Use Zack's shit. Cool. All right. What else? Let's see. As we head down the home stretch, Bobby from Biohazard just got that same pedal, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so. Pretty much everybody's using it. There's a quad cortex, which is the bigger pedal. That you could have two guitars and a bass player could use it, so it'll cover the whole band. But I got the pedal, the Nano Cortex. Mike got one. We all got one. You know, they're awesome. And Kyle the Bull, he's got a YouTube channel. I've actually been using his captures. He actually came to capture Bobby's amp the other day. I think they met up in Rawway. I saw online. But it's crazy. You like sample your amp, so you could dial your whole amp in and just exactly how you have it. Right. So I've been rocking Mesa Boogie dual rectifier that the guy Kyle that he captured, and it sounds great.
Yeah, all that stuff. I've learned a lot about all that because this guy Dan Kornoff just mixed our record, and he's involved with some with all the plugins and everything, and I just learned quite a bit about that.
Yeah, and I could go, if I came to your house and plugged into your computer, they got cabinet simulators, so you just go, okay, so that must be an updated file.
Yeah, Joe Frank. Thank you, Joe Frank.
I'm sorry, guys, I didn't even know that, so this is news to me, but that's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Muttley says Nano Cortex is a game changer. I love Muttley.
Yes. Yeah, me and Muttley were conversating on the quilter and what to get and all this other stuff. Because you got to learn it. It's all new. Just when I figured out how to work my head, now I got to figure something, a whole new thing out. So,
does Bulldoze? Pete asks Zach, what's your rider on tour? Do you guys request anything, or are you like us? Basically, we're easy. Just give
beer, water.
Like,
it depends. We might push for a bottle, but we're pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
beer
sense.
Or water. You gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Are these pedals Bluetooth connected? How does multiple people use the same pedal? Because you can dial in the settings, right?
Yeah, the Bluetooth, you could connect. So I could connect my phone to the pedal, and then I could just like change the amp or change settings within the amp. Is more the Bluetooth function.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But it's crazy because like if you didn't have your amp and you had the Nano, you could just take your amp from your cloud and put it into my pedal. It's really bugged out.
Wow.
But yeah, so that guy Kyle, he's a great guy. He sent me a bunch of captures that he did. I just got to figure out how to capture my amp so I could get my exact tone that I always used. But yeah, it's awesome, man. And they're like, I think they're $500 for the pedal, $400. The quilter might be another $700, so it's still like a rig. But
yeah,
even if you just had the pedal, you could plug it through a loop on an amp and use.
Amazing how the technologies move forward in our lifetime.
Yeah, that's what everybody's using.
Yeah.
Or
and now you don't got to stress it. Like it used to be like, what am I going to play out of? And that was always fucked up for those non-musicians out there. When you're in a band and let's say you're fly in to do a festival or a show, you don't know what you're playing on. And sometimes you'd end up and the equipment would be garbage and your sound would suck and the gig would kind of suck and it would be a bummer.
Yeah, you kind of try to dial it in within the couple minutes that you got to set up. It's rough.
Yeah.
And then even with this, if we went out and we did a run in the UK, I wouldn't have to rent gear. Otherwise I would have to rent an amp. So it's awesome.
Yep. Hey, what do you say we go get something to eat?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out?
Yes, I want to shout out Debbie, Kev's wife, Damien and Bella, his family. I want to shout out all my guys at home. Hope you guys are enjoying fucking Jersey. My family and all the bands that we've been playing with. My people's Ak and Mashi in Japan and Kuni and Koba. And, all the bands that we've been playing with and showing us love. You know what I mean? We really appreciate it. And really appreciate you having me on the show, Drew. It's been awesome.
My pleasure. I do it because I love it and just love this, love what we do and what we're a part of.
Likewise.
Thanks, Zach. And I'm sure I will see you guys soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good night. And thank your wife for me for helping us make this connection.
I will. It's all right. She needed a break from me anyway. I'm going to go find her.
All right, guys. Peace. All right. Bye-bye. There you have it. Another one in the books.
That was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, great guy.
You know, not only did he play with the infamous Kev One, but he played with Zack.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and I remember that Skarhead show. That's so funny with that meat tray.
That was so funny that we brought that up.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's mine.
I know. I was like, I did that. I was in the kitchen next door, like prepping dinner, and I was like, I did that tray.
That's great. That's fucking awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we got we got this coming up in December.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yep.
The coat drive.
Yeah.
Yep. Third annual.
We
have collected a lot of coats so far.
They're throwing a lot of stuff. They're throwing a lot of gigs at us this year, but we're going to march on, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. A fun day out. We got a lot of great bands. Come early. Don't sleep on it. You want to see World of Chaos for sure. Some like teenagers, young teens from Delaware.
Young kids.
Yeah, really great. 14-year-olds.
That's awesome.
So Gabe, super, super talented. He does the podcast Kids in the Pit. And this kid, wrote his songs, and he recorded most of it himself. I think everything but the drums, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they're like a talented little bunch.
Yeah, incredibly talented. And they got a girl on guitar, so we love that.
Yep.
And thanks, Josh.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be a really cool day.
And we're working on getting Pepper Keenan.
Yes.
As a guest.
Yes, we are. We are closing in.
I don't want to jinx anything, or maybe should I say it?
Oh, I don't know. That's a big one. That's a big matzo ball.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Let's just say we're working on a big ass matzo ball.
Yeah. Hey, Karen. Yeah, come to the Kingston show. Great, as long as it ain't a blizzard that day. It's like, that's what that's what happens when you book a show in February, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I hope it ain't a blizzard.
Yeah.
Hey, we're doing Albany the night before, so we're doing Albany and we're doing Kingston. Records coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in the next couple of months. Hegs is asking about sweaters. We always
sweaters? Oh, do you want sweaters for the coach ride?
Yeah. Shelters are really weird about it. They collect certain things at certain times. Well, if we tell them that we're bringing coats, that's what they're expecting. So I don't know about sweaters. So
yeah. Hideous Strength. Hi. Please get Vernon Reed at the show. I've tried. We need a conduit, a connection to him. I've tried to reach out, and I went back and forth with him a little bit, and then he kind of disappeared. But we'll get him eventually.
Yeah, it's really interesting with some of these people because sometimes the communication is like direct to them, and sometimes you have to kind of circle around. It's surprising. Sometimes people get back to you like right away, and then sometimes they just don't get their messages.
And then sometimes I'll hear from someone out of the blue, and I'll be like, huh? Yeah, come on the show because I love the show. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Come be a guest.
Yeah, and I was asking Candace for a while to come on the show, but the messages, like when you're not following somebody, it goes into this weird like message request thing, and they don't see it. So as soon as she saw it, she was like, "Oh, absolutely," So
yeah, that'll be cool. So all right, good.
Yeah,
let's go get something to eat.
Yes, I'm hungry.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Rest my dinner. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, another one in the books. The New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, episode 398 in the can. I'm heading out to San Francisco on Friday. If you're out there, we'll see you there. If not, we will see you back here with Jared O'Connell a week from today. And then, of course, a couple days later, Brian Baker. So thanks a lot. Today was Jake Burns. Yeah. You think? You think? So, there you go. Thanks a lot, everybody. Great show. Until next time. What? Where are my video clips? Hold on. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe it's not letting me get out of the show. Maybe I'm stuck here. Shit. What happened? Looks like we're going to do like a forever show. Let me see. Oh, here we go. StreamYard acting weird today. Maybe it doesn't want me to leave. Hey, Sean, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, everybody. Everybody in the world, thank you. Until next time, and there will definitely be a next time, don't be bad. Do good things, and good things will come to you.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty. Open your eyes.